The United States found itself in the midst of an intense debate over H1B visas this past week. The trigger was provided by one of the Trump appointments. The president-elect put India-born, India-raised techie and venture capitalist Sriram Krishnan on the White House Advisory Panel for Artificial Intelligence. The MAGA meltdown was immediate. Laura Loomer, a hard-right influencer, expressed her concerns, stating, "Deeply disturbing to see the appointment of Sriram Krishnan as senior policy advisor for AI," and argued that his policies could lead to foreign workers dominating Silicon Valley, sidelining American science and tech graduates. The debate centers around the contentious H1B visa program, which allows US companies to hire skilled foreign workers. Those who support the program, including Elon Musk, argue it is essential for attracting top talent, while critics contend it displaces American workers and suppresses wages. Supporters of Trump view Krishnan's appointment as indicative of a shift in immigration policy that undermines domestic talent. Realizing that this was his core constituency rebelling against him, Trump came out emphasizing he had not changed.
Why'd you change your mind on H1B visas, sir?
I didn't change my mind. I've always felt we have to have the most competent people in our country. We need competent people. We need smart people coming into our country. And we need a lot of people coming in. We're going to have jobs like we've never had before.
Having run his campaign on a hard anti-immigration platform, having promised biggest deportation exercise in American history through every stump speech, Trump finds himself hard-pressed to defend this kind of merit-based migration, which strengthens American society amid the MAGA backlash. Musk joined in defense of Krishnan by harping on his personal experience, having come to the US on an H1B visa early in his career. "I am in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong because of H1B, he said on X, emphasizing the program's importance to the success of his business. He even went on to add that he would go to war on this issue, so that those pushing back desisted. And there is a reason for this doubling down. Apart from his own experience with H1B, his company, Tesla, has climbed to 16th position in the H1B employer rankings for 2024, according to the National Foundation for American Policy. The political backlash was so strong that even Musk had to evolve his position by suggesting that the program could see many amendments to make it difficult for companies to hire cheaper workers from outside the US at the expense of American citizens. The likes of former Trump advisor Steve Bannon, conservative broadcaster Eric Bolling, and supporter Laura Loomer have gone strongly after Musk. Bannon, known to be outspoken far-right radical, used strong words against him, saying, "We will rip your face off in this visa fight." Vivek Ramaswamy did not help matters by calling America, his home country now, a nation of mediocrity. Imagine if an American becomes an Indian citizen and then calls our food foul-smelling while running to become the prime minister at the same time, what would be the reaction? Trump, of course, finds himself between a rock and a hard place. We don't know for how long he would be able to act as a shield for Musk or Krishnan. Not long before Trump would pivot back to his core. How does it square up for us? Even otherwise, India, like the rest of the world, would need to brace for a Trump presidency that makes the United States look more within than outside. The insularity is not just going to affect the tariffs, but also how the USA engages with the rest of the world in many other ways. The H1B debate is only a small part of it. The Indian-American CEO is both a folklore and a legend. Satya Microsoft Nadellas and Sundar Google Pichais are part of a larger cultural zeitgeist that in many ways provides a strong thrust to the India-America relationship. Look at these graphics, and you realize the deep appreciation the US corporate ecosystem has for Indian talent and its work ethics. And almost 100% of these names are products of the H1B visa program. It's a two-way street. The USA would have been poorer but for their contributions. And but for these extraordinarily talented set of Indians who are now American India would have perhaps had a slower development trajectory, particularly in science and technology. The image of India as an inexhaustible supplier of tech talent has provided a soft power halo which has brought tremendous prestige for us in the global committee of nations. But the negative reactions in the ongoing debate are equally worrisome. In some cases, like this one on the screen, the reactions even turned anti-Hindu. Some were having fun too, like this handle comparing the levels of difficulty between a class 7 math paper in India with an American class 9 exam. According to a recent report by community-focused non-profit Indiaspora, the Indian-American community contributes up to US $300 billion annually to the US government's tax kitty. The United States is home to about 5 million Indian Americans, roughly accounting for 1.5% of the total American population. 2/3 of these are immigrants, rest US born. But from the point of view of the present debate, the median income among Indian American households was over US $150,000. It's 1.5 lakhs dollars per annum. This is greater than the median household income among Asian Americans, which includes the Chinese, at about US $100,000. But from the point of view of the MAGA warriors and Trump supporters, it is almost 250% more than the median American household annual income of US $69,000. What we need to do is to stay the course on our development trajectory, engage more with the United States on science and tech, diversify our talent pool into other areas beyond the narrow confines of information technology, and of course, make sure that the debate internal to the United States does not singe our relationship, or worse, turn the Indian-American diaspora into the Jews of this generation. Moving on to our third segment and coming to our immediate neighborhood for that.